wonderful cover for.
A wonderful cover.
Woo! I love Christmas. I love that it is Christmas themed tonight on Cover 4. Look how good Dave, Tay, and Manny look tonight. I am Mrs. Claus. This is going to be a great show. A lot happening at the Star. Kind of a slow start this week as the Cowboys have Monday Night Football, but we will talk a little Lions later. Dave, kick us off.
I'm with you, Cinder Block Santa. I feel it. And you know what? I love Christmas, but even more than that, I love when the Cowboys are good. Because this time last year, it was still Christmas, but the team was 4-10, and then we had to get on a plane to Buffalo. So just feeling great in 2016.
You should feel great, and Dez Bryant should also feel great because he only needs one more touchdown to break a tie with Michael Irvin for the second most touchdowns in franchise history. And today in the locker room, he told me his new touchdown celebration. I don't want to ruin it for you guys because it would be so awesome, but know that you'll love it. Not more than the red kettle, but maybe just as much.
'Twas 4 days before game day, and there was a Grinch, one who donned Eagles green. They said it left a stench. He traveled round yonder, all through the Star. Pro Bowlers were lurking, both near and far. Travis and Tyron and Zach Martin too, pummeling defenders for guys we all knew. One went away in the playoff picture they'd settle, and all it took was one leap to make viral red kettle. Now Cole, now Dez, now Terrence and Zeke, but I'd be remiss to not mention Doug Free. These words come to an end as I start to grow weary. The surprise gift to all, the relentless Ron Leary. So to all of you Cowboys, I do tip my cap, especially you, Dakota, or should I say, Dak.
Wow.
He actually got it. He actually got it.
Look at those Pro Bowlers.
Pro Bowl, Manny. Here they come.
Here they
riding
are.
in on a sleigh. The one you just
Still
said.
impressed. I'm still
Dak,
impressed.
He's headed to the Pro Bowl. Did you think back in April that he thought in his head, you know what? I'm going to be a Pro Bowl quarterback this season.
The first ever Cowboys Pro Bowl quarterback to do it
Respect.
as a rookie. Can you guys
Respect.
even believe that?
He probably did think that. I did not think that. I
Yeah.
thought he was
Dave.
the third
Yeah.
string. He probably did.
You're right.
He's
And I
been
think
saying it since
that's
April.
what makes him so good is because he was a believer when everybody else was not. And he's shown it because his confidence is what takes him from good to great.
Absolutely. I mean, we remember when Kellen Moore was injured and you asked him, you know, hey, are you ready for this? And he goes, yeah, you prepare like you're the starter. Also, he's got somebody who's his best friend who's also going to be headed to the Pro Bowl, hopefully headed to Houston.
Yep, true. I like
But
what you said.
Ezekiel Elliott and him together have been a dynamic duo, being the first rookie quarterback
Yep.
and rookie running back from a team to make it to the Pro Bowl. So hats off.
Well, yeah, let's talk about Zeke. He is one player coming out of the draft who is living up to those expectations that were placed on his shoulders, guys. Maybe even doing a little bit more. He's in the MVP category.
Yeah, this is when it's really going to get interesting. We kind of knew Dak was going to be a Pro Bowler. We kind of knew Zeke was going to be a Pro Bowler. At least they deserved it, right?
Yes.
But now when you're talking MVP, there can only be one.
Yeah, and our linemen, I think that was all a given.
Well, honestly, I thought there might be one more. I thought Ron Leary might get in there. He didn't, but
Played outstanding this
Tyron,
season.
Beast, Travis. It's
Beast.
fun. I've been here since these guys started getting named to Pro Bowls, and it was like this exciting honor. Now it's just like, oh, yeah, you're in
Another
the Pro Bowl.
Pro Bowl.
Okay.
It would be a snub if
Chalk
they
it
didn't
up.
get in there.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, let's talk about these individually, guys. Zach Martin, Travis Frederick, and Tyron Smith. And one of the coolest things about this offensive line is that they are truly a unit. They do everything together. They sit in order on the bench during the game.
Pretty impressive, isn't it, when they pan over to that and you see them all just sitting there waiting while the defense is on the field?
A lot of beef.
Well, that's the thing about offensive linemen, right? Because as an individual, you are only as good as you are collectively, right? All these guys individually would be great players, no doubt about it. But if you took them and put them on separate teams, they wouldn't have the same effect because you can tell just how well they work together as a cohesive unit.
That's a good point because look at someone like Joe Thomas,
Yep.
who's at his 10th Pro Bowl.
Bingo.
But even though he's there, his team is 0-13.
Exactly.
You know, these guys, they are in the Pro Bowl, but they're also playmakers for this team. They are heavily relying on this O-line to create the paths and the lanes for Ezekiel
O-line is
to
everything.
help pass block for Dak. So
Yup.
The
they're key.
Cowboys know what they're doing, trying to repeat history, looked back at the equation in the 90s, and here we are in 2016 at 12-2. And as happy as we are for those five, we've got to talk about who undeservingly got Pro Bowl coal this Christmas. First being
good.
Sean Lee, who was a 100% snub. Sean Lee has had the best season of his career this year and is playing off the charts right now.
I don't want to hear about any other snubs for Pro Bowlers except Sean Lee. We've said it all season. I've said it on the show time and time again. He is one of, if not the best linebackers in the league. Second in the league in tackles, only to Bobby Wagner. At least that's the way the NFL ranks it. So if you talk about snubs, I've seen some punters are complaining for being snubbed. Some other receivers, some quarterbacks complaining for being snubbed. Sean Lee is the snub of all snubs. Come on, Santa.
And Manny, you are a linebacker. You know that Sean Lee isn't the prototype body or looking like all the rest of them.
And remember, the Pro Bowl, everybody knows it, it's a popularity contest. If Sean Lee was a little more vocal, or if he played for a little more vocal defense like Bobby Wagner in the Legion of Boom, or like the Carolina Panthers defenders, then he would be there.
And that's my point is, if it was 2015, I would get this because the Carolina Panthers would have one loss and they would be heading toward a Super Bowl. Luke Kuechly hasn't played in a month for a mediocre Carolina team. Thomas Davis is not having anywhere near as good of a season as he's been used to. They're both in the Pro Bowl, based mainly, no offense to them, they're great players, but based mainly on last year's reputation.
And it's kind of interesting, you guys are talking about how these guys get into the Pro Bowl. It's 1/3 fan voting, it's 1/3 coaches, and it's 1/3 players. I do think all of the players would have voted for Sean Lee. He's very widely
100%.
respected. He's the Man of the Year representative because he's so respected. I think, fans were there too, and I'm not saying that coaches didn't, but I think that it's harder for coaches to kind of see it all because if you look at some of the other guys, they have sacks. Sean Lee, unfortunately, doesn't have any sacks. Last year, he had a sack and an interception.
I think, and no disrespect, obviously, if you play the game, you have a good idea of what it takes to play in the NFL, but players don't watch other teams.
Exactly.
They watch film of their upcoming opponent and of themselves. They have no idea what Sean Lee's doing unless they're playing him this week.
True.
And another round of Pro Bowl coal to Jason Witten, who has been going 14 years strong, has a bunch of stars on his locker, signifying all the Pro Bowls that he's been to. Guys, what do you think?
Well, a lot of people are comparing his stats to Jordan Reed's, who Jordan Reed is obviously going to the Pro Bowl. He's played in 11 games, started 8 due to injury. But the thing with Jason Witten is he is such a key blocker. I don't think Jordan Reed's ever inline blocked like Jason Witten has. Have you ever seen that?
No, not nearly as efficiently, at least.
And so that's not as flashy on the tape. And so you're watching it, and it's hard. Jason has that one big play, obviously the highlight from Sunday Night Football.
The sport has evolved to reflect passing and tight ends.
100%.
Tight ends that make the Pro Bowls catch touchdowns and make athletic plays.
And the reason that I would make the argument for Jason Witten to be in the Pro Bowl is the same reason that Sean Lee wasn't in the Pro Bowl. Jason Witten, if he were to make the Pro Bowl this year, it would be off his name. It would be off his Hall of Fame reputation. As far as what he's done on the field, you do have to give the nod to guys like Jimmy Graham, who even got snubbed himself.
I would agree.
True.
And then, and also, no disrespect to Witt. He's got a lot of those Pro Bowl stars on his locker. Sean's just got one.
He's gonna be all right.
Give Sean one. Give one to
Give
50.
it to Sean. Take the coal
Give
away.
it to Sean.
All right, I'm going to give it to Tay because it is time for Talk of the Town.
I told you guys a little bit about some touchdown celebrations, and we know that Ezekiel Elliott has changed the game for the Salvation Army with the red kettle touchdown at North Park Mall. They have a little Ezekiel Elliott picture in their red kettle to encourage others to donate. And now, guys, I'm sure it's almost hit 1 million that people are donating. But
it was 850,000 yesterday, and that
I'm
was
sure
24 whole hours ago.
Well, it's Wednesday evening, and Christmas is this weekend, so I'm sure you all are about to start your shopping. So go do that at North Park Mall and celebrate.
and donate $21.
I did my shopping months ago.
Drop your $21 in for Zeke. We're going to take our break, and then when we come back, we will continue our holiday spirit. We'll talk a little bit about Matt Stafford and the Lions, and a little bit of Christmas from last season.
Join us for the ultimate dining experience at AT&T Stadium's new sports bar. Open daily, Stadium Club is the perfect place for a casual night out, a business lunch, or to catch any game. Providing a stellar culinary and entertainment experience, Stadium Club has 20 flat screens and highlights a classic menu with a sophisticated touch and local and seasonal ingredients. At Stadium Club, you will enjoy first-class dining with all the comforts of your favorite sports bar. Visit attstadium.com.
Rookie seasons are a big deal around here, and Taylor got to join Lyle Collins last year for this fun little number.
Yes, we had Lyle Collins head out to AT&T Stadium where he dressed up like Elf and had a great time pretending to give holiday spirit. People were there and they saw him dressed as Lyle. I mean, this is a
Quotes and
huge
everything.
lineman dressed up as Lyle, just having a great time.
Let's give Lyle some credit. He did that without even having seen the movie Elf. Like
Didn't he tell you he just watched it?
He just saw it.
Like a week ago?
It was pretty amazing, and it's fun to see these guys have fun around the holidays, especially last year when they weren't having their greatest season. But this year, guys, I have a question for you guys, and I want to know some things about Christmas gifts.
Okay.
These players are very giving and generous. If you could get anything from any of these players, what would you want? I mean, Dez, he's got the shoe connection. We got some of these guys who have great cars, you know. Money is not the object here. Just think, what would you like to get?
If I could get one thing, it's got to be one of T. Will's cars.
Ooh.
Just one. I don't know which
That's a good one.
Honestly, I can just like close my eyes and just any, mini, miny, Mo, that one right there. But it would have to be one of T. Will's
Mo
cars.
plays cornerback.
Ooh, not Mo. He's not giving
Not
away
to be
Mo.
confused with Mo
I
Claiborne.
got you.
Maybe I'd talk to Mo Claiborne and get some tickets to an LSU football game because I've never been, and I hear it's pretty awesome. So
That's a good one, Lynn.
I like that.
Y'all are
Dave.
crazy.
Oh.
Taylor gave it away. Like Dez is like a Jordan dude.
Jordanaire.
They send him like a shipping container full of that stuff. I want to be buried in Jordan. Like I just want to have it. A mountain of shoes.
When
and
you
gear.
die, bury you inside a
Yes,
Jordan
bury
store.
me inside the Jordan store.
I hear you.
Give me those kicks.
See, I'm gonna hang out with the O lineman and go out to like the best dinner ever, and then
that is so good.
just
Respect.
eating the best food.
one night of glory.
One night of glory, no judgment, fat pants on,
No judgment zone.
Y'all heard it
no
here.
I don't think an
judgment.
offensive line is ever going to
Cheesecake,
judge
key
that.
lime pie.
Pro bowlers everywhere. Like
Pro
it's just a
bowlers.
great
Including
night.
Tay.
No
We're talking about
No talking.
quarterbacks.
Just,
We're talking
just
about
eating.
running backs. It's just glory.
All right, let's talk about our glory that we're hoping will happen on Monday night. Let's go to Out of Bounds. These are our bold predictions that we've put together. Who wants to go first? I believe I was right last week. by the
I
way.
hear you.
I believe I said Dak Prescott would rush it in. That happened. Manny, you're first.
You were right, Dave. I think you were right as well, but it's time for me
I was.
to be right because I'm going out of bounds to say Cole Beasley sets a new career high in receiving yards. I don't know what it is. He's been quiet for a while. 100-something at least. The Lions starting nickelback. I played with him at Texas. He's down. I don't trust the backup, but Cole, in you I trust.
That's interesting. So Cole Beasley is kind of Dak Prescott, one of his security blankets, which has always been kind of crazy this season to see. So you think that comes back?
I think it comes back, and I think in a big way. It's one thing for Cole to show up on third down. We kind of think of Cole as like the third down guy. Oh, the warm and fuzzy security blanket. No, it's time for him to be a down comforter.
He's
Cole.
about to be.
Down
Dave.
comforter.
My bold prediction. I'm cheating. My bold prediction's not for Monday night. My bold prediction is for tomorrow, Thursday. Cowboys aren't even going to have to win a game to clinch this thing up because the fighting Maniachos.
The fighting
Maniachos are going to fly up in Philadelphia.
You have to say it.
Lincoln-
Hashtag.
No,
You have
don't
to
say
say it,
don't
Dave.
Don't.
Fly, Eagles, fly. I'm
Have
sorry.
you even
I'm
said
sorry.
it yet?
The Eagles are going to beat the Giants and lock up the playoffs for the Cowboys.
did that, Taylor.
Number one overall seed.
Ew,
Thanks to
like,
Philadelphia.
So gross.
Cowboys fans are going to be happy about the midnight green tomorrow night. I'm calling it.
I hear you. I want to be
guarantee
there, by the way.
You're going to be in
All
Philly?
of
I'll be
Cowboys
there.
Nation, guys, that might be the new highest rated Thursday game.
Oh, yeah.
Because all the Cowboys
This
fans
happened in
will be tuned
2014.
in.
The Redskins did this work in 2014 when they beat the fighting Maniachos the night before. So I'm just saying.
Goodbye, don't worry about it, Manny. Goodbye, Tay. What is your out of bounds bold prediction?
Well, we talked about Sean Lee being very upset, and rightfully so. But he will get his revenge Monday night when he brings 2 sacks upon Matt Stafford. And I say that because he knows that he needs to revenge everybody. I mean, sometimes you think getting 22 tackles on national television, that might do the trick, but I guess it doesn't.
It doesn't.
So add the sacks in.
He's going to have to get a sack. I mean, maybe he gets an end zone interception.
Ooh.
We've seen that before.
We have seen that before. Against
the Eagles.
God, is this just pick on Manny day?
Fighting maniachos.
No, you're not an Eagle anymore, so it's not picking on you.
Do something good
It's
for
not
once in
picking
your
on you.
existence.
My out
Thursday
of
night.
bounds may be the boldest that I've gone this season. I am saying Randy Gregory not only plays this weekend, he gets his first career sack, and I don't even know what the sideline would do. Celebration, Rod Marinelli may meet him out at the 50. I don't know, but Randy Gregory, this is
I think I know what he would do.
Oh, I
think I know.
Get after it, Randy.
Come on, Randy.
I like that.
Counting on you. You like it?
I like that.
All right.
Finally, you're bold for once.
That is bold. I love it.
once.
Counting on you, Randy. Let's go to OT, Manny.
Going back to OT, well, I think that the Cowboys would be giving out great gifts to all the fans if they can win this Monday. Why? Because a win this Monday would give them the best record at home at AT&T Stadium. So, come on, Cowboys. Do it for your fans.
Dak Prescott obviously already made the Pro Bowl, and he's on one of the best seasons of a quarterback ever in their rookie season. But Ben Roethlisberger holds the title for winning the most games with 13. So Dak can tie him this week, and then of course, on New Year's Day, he could beat him with 14. So we will see.
I just said I think the Eagles are going to beat the Giants and render this whole thing moot. I still think the Cowboys are going to play Detroit on Monday night in AT&T Stadium and get a win. And you know it's the truth when I say it, because I would never be lying to y'all.
Why you always lying?
I see what you did there.
All right. We are done for the week. We hope you have a wonderful
always
Christmas
lying?
weekend.
Merry
We won't be here
Christmas.
Monday.
Merry Christmas,
And I will
everybody.
be at AT&T Stadium. You guys can't hear me because of these crazies.
That's okay.
We'll see you on Tuesday.
She's not
Tune
saying
in,
anything
Cover
important.
4.
Why you always
Periscope
lying?
tomorrow.
We're on Periscope now.